Do you get knee pain when twisting? For example, changing directions when you're walking, or swinging a golf club, or cutting when playing a sport, such as pickleball. Knee pain when twisting can be a sign of a serious problem, but a lot of times it's just a warning signal telling you to stop before you cause some serious damage. So in this video, I'm going to explain what can cause knee pain when you're twisting, plus 4 tips to stop knee pain when twisting. So first of all, what causes knee pain when twisting? Well, your knee is not designed to twist very much, but it does have a little bit of twisting that's built in. You have some ligaments that restrain your twisting, your ACL and your PCL on the inside of your knee, and the medial collateral ligament and the lateral collateral ligament on the outer sides of your knee. Now, the ACL or anterior cruciate ligament and PCL, they prevent your tibia from twisting inwards that way. The MCL and LCL, they prevent your tibia from twisting that way. And so when you do this type of a cutting motion, it can cause some strain on your ligaments. Now, those ligaments are very strong, so it takes a lot of force to tear a ligament. But if you feel like your knee is giving out on you, and not just it feels a little unsteady, but you put it on the ground and it won't support your weight, that's more of a sign of a serious problem. But if you just have some pain when you're putting weight on your leg or when you're twisting, those may be more just warning signals. Now, additionally, the meniscus, the 2 fibrocartilage discs that line the inner side of the knee and the outer side of the knee, those can also cause knee pain when you're twisting. They're basically like shock absorbers that also give you a little bit deeper of a joint surface. And when you're twisting like that, it can wear on those fibrocartilage menisci. It can also grind down on the cartilage that lines your joint, the articular cartilage or hyaline cartilage. And if you have arthritis, that twisting motion can irritate an arthritic knee joint. So if you're not having instability where you put your foot down on the ground and it just kind of gives out or buckles from underneath of you, then there's a good chance that you may be able to relieve your pain conservatively. So what do you do to stop knee pain when you're twisting? Well, the absolute best way is just to avoid twisting on a planted foot in the first place. If you are changing directions, either pick your feet up and take smaller steps as you're turning, or if you have to pivot, move your first foot and then pivot on your toes so that you're moving this way rather than twisting on a planted knee where you're getting twisting on the joint surfaces and putting more stress on the ligaments. So that's the first tip. Now, the second tip is to learn how to pivot from your hips. Your hip joints have a lot of rotation being ball and socket joints. But if you have stiff hips, then you may transfer some of that rotation and twisting to your knees. So the second tip is to do a hip swivel exercise. And this is just learning to move your pelvis from side to side, twisting at the hip joints. Now, if you notice my feet, they're not staying flat on the ground. They're kind of moving from side to side, sort of like a skier shifts their weight from the inside to the outside of the skis to change directions. And just practice kind of shifting your weight back and forth, shifting to the outside of one foot and the inside of the other, and then back and forth. So you're learning to swivel at your hips. This is particularly important if you swing a golf club or if you play tennis or pickleball, to learn that rotational type of movement if you're involved in those type of sports. But even just everyday activities, they do require a little bit of turning as you're moving around in the kitchen or for other purposes. So this is a good exercise for everyone to learn just to get more comfortable with moving side to side from their hips. And the more mobility you can get from your hips, shifting from side to side, the less actual twisting you have to do at the knee joints. Now you can move that up a level, and so the third tip is to learn to pivot on your hip on one leg. Now, if you don't have good balance, it is a good idea to hold on to something first. But if you're going to, say, take a step, you don't want to pivot at the knee joint. The motion should actually occur by opening at the hip here and rotating your pelvis in sort of a closed chain on this leg. So this third exercise is going to be twisting your whole pelvis on a planted leg. And you want to make sure that you're not allowing your knee to collapse inward while you're doing it. So you don't want this type of buckling motion with your knee. You want to get steady stance on one leg, keep your knee still, and then just try to rotate your pelvis on a planted leg where you're rotating through the hip joint and not rotating through the knee. Now finally, what do you do if you already have some knee pain that was caused by twisting? The most likely way that your knee is going to twist is inward like that, where your thigh bone or femur rotates inward and your tibia rotates outward relatively on your femur. And sometimes your knee joint can get stuck in that rotated position. That puts a lot of strain on your medial collateral ligament and lateral collateral ligament and can sometimes cause pain on the inside of the knee or the outside of the knee. So for this last tip, you're going to cross your leg like this. Then you're going to wrap one hand around the tibia and grab as deep on it as you can so that you can kind of twist it towards you this way. So you're internally rotating the tibia and then pressing outwards on the femur. That causes a twisting motion this way to undo the twisting motion that way. So again, the exercise is crossing the leg over, wrapping tightly around the tibia, and then pushing outwards on the femur so that you're doing sort of a twisting or derotation movement. And oftentimes, if you do have pain in your knee from a twisting motion, that can sometimes relieve it very quickly. Now, if you've tried these tips and you still have knee pain when you're twisting, it is a good idea to get it checked out further, because sometimes twisting can injure your ligaments or injure your meniscus. And so if you're in the St. Louis area and you need help for knee pain when twisting, we'd be happy to help you out here at More for Life. And if you're watching this from somewhere else, but you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. And speaking of our other videos, check out some of our other knee pain videos right over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.